James says. The King James says, where are we here? Where is it? And God said, and let's see, Genesis 1, and God said, let us make man in our image, after our likeness, and let them have dominion. Okay, that's okay. Verse 27. So God created man, that's masculine, in his own image, that's masculine too. In the image of God created he, that's masculine, him, that's masculine. Male and female created he them. Yeah, I believe God created the man in his, I'm pointing upward, his, God's image. But then it says, male and female created he them. But it never says that the female was created in the image of God. It never says it. It's not there. Let's go back to look at Kenneth Copeland's God again. And maybe yours, if that's what you... Boy, I had a lady get mad at me in Baltimore because I said, that's not the real God. Oh, yeah, it is. That's God. He's both male and female. Well, that was from a Jezebel woman who wanted God to be a woman. So anyway, let's do a close-up here. Quit looking at his chest, all right? Her chest, sorry. Whatever it is you were looking at. Let's look at the relevant part here. Because he's got his fingers sticking up. Actually, he's got on his left, let's see, it's his right hand, which is facing you. It's on your left. He has 2 fingers down and then 3 fingers up. So that's a 2 and a 3. 23. Then in his left hand, it's reversed. He now has 2 fingers pointing up and 3 fingers pointing down. That's also a 23. So what's the imagery here? 46. That's that number. That's what this represents. That is a picture of not only the Antichrist, but the temple of the Antichrist. That's what that is. It's showing you by all that, the whatever, the 23 here and 23 here, 46. Now let's go back to the house of the Temple Lodge. There it is on the outside. On the outside, let me show you this picture of it. You get a better idea of what I'm talking about. When they built this thing, I think it's back in the 1930s. They built it, of course, that I won't get into the design. It's modeled after the mausoleum of Halicarnassus and all this stuff, and I won't get into all that. But it has a temple, a Greek temple with the pillars, and then it has an Egyptian step pyramid on the top of it. If you go there and you do the counting, you'll find on the bottom, the temple part, there are 33 columns. Okay, Pastor, that's not 46. What are you getting at? On the top is 13 rows. So do the math. 33 plus 13 is 46. You see, there's that number again. There it is there. There it is there. And there it is there. Now, again, we are assimilating facts. We are looking at things that anybody can do this. You can do this research on. You can count it on your own. This is why this is why Donna made the software for us, and she's working on the 2.0 version of it. This is why she did this. I asked so that everybody out there can count and look at the facts just like I did. You can, and some of you are sending me stuff that I'm just going, oh, that's absolutely amazing. That's the coolest thing ever, and I appreciate that. Let me show you another fact. In America, there are 2 factions of Freemasonry. Rites of Freemasonry. There is the Scottish Rite, which you know has 33 levels to it, 33 grades or degrees or graduations, however you want to refer to it. 33 levels. But the York Rite is different. The York Rite only has 13. And so in this graphic here, you're looking at the secret. Here is the number 46. Right here is the number 46. Right here is the number 46. Right here is the number 46. And right here is the number 46. All of these are telling you essentially the same thing. Then you go into the interior of this temple, this body, this human body structure with 46 things on it. And you'll see, and they'll take you on a tour. If you look in that lower right-hand picture, you'll see 4 sets of legs, okay? None of them are mine. There was a guy that took me down there, was traveling with me, and then on the left is a tour guide. Okay, this is a young lady, probably working her way through college, got a job to be a tour guide through the House of the Temple Lodge, Washington, D.C. I don't know that she still works there. I don't have her phone number. Get over it. Anyway, when I look at these two, and there's 2 sets of these, the spiraling staircase, I'm going, okay, I think I know what this is. I think this is DNA. So when I started going up the steps, I didn't know what I was going to find. I did not know what number I was going to come up with, but I just counted. I counted my way up the steps. There's two sections of it. You climb up the first part there on the upper left, and then you turn and you go up 1, 2, 3 more. There's 20 in that first set and 3 in that second set. 23, and that's just on the left-hand side. There's another set identical on the other side, the right-hand side. So you're looking at another 46. Let me show you this one. This is the Statue of Liberty. It has a set of winding staircases in it that looks a lot like this. It's this, and you just kind of get the imagery here. You're climbing the ladder to the 7 rays coming out of her crown and the enlightenment and all that stuff. Well, there's not like 23 steps or 46 steps there. But what there is, and a guy did this and showed it to me, on the base of the Statue of Liberty, see that symbol there? It's like 1, 2, it's got all these points on it. There are 23, if you count the point sticking out and then the corner sticking in there. There's 23 on the exterior and then 23 points on the interior. 46 total. The guy that took me to the House of the Temple Lodge took me to Lincoln Memorial. And I counted the pillars around the Lincoln Memorial, and I came up with 36. And I'm going, oh. And I thought maybe there would be like 33 or something like that. And I would recognize it. And I'm going, 36. I've not seen that number anywhere. I've not, in Masonic literature, I've not seen it anywhere. That was on the outside. 36 on the outside. I didn't count the 10 columns that are on the inside of the Lincoln Memorial. I didn't count those because there's 10 of them. 46 total. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop right here. I'll read a couple emails and so on and so on. And we'll pick this up again on Thursday. But I want you to kind of take the facts now. You take the facts, write them down, and see what you come up with. See what conclusion those facts lead you to. It's kind of like algebra. And can you look at these facts and say, and can you come up with a deduction from these facts? Can you say, A, Hoggard's still the stupidest guy I ever met in my life. I don't know why he bothers counting all this stuff. It's just random stuff. It doesn't mean anything. Okay, you know what? I'm fine. Or, you know what? All this number 46 sticking out everywhere, it's got to mean something. It's got to mean something. What does it mean? And we'll talk about that on Thursday. I want you to, I'll tell you what I'll do is I'll give you some homework. I want you to write this down, and I want you to look at the phrase, the devil, in the King James Bible, okay? Just write that down and just read all of those places where the phrase, the devil, is found in the King James Bible. And then I want you to read Numbers chapter 13, all right? I want you to read that chapter and write me a report on it. No, I'm just kidding because I won't read it. And we'll talk about that on Thursday, all right? That's what we'll do. In the meantime, let me read some emails here. Let's see here. Let's see here. Someone is telling me that Gehenna, Lauren is, how you doing, Lauren? Is telling me that Gehenna is not found in the text of the New King James Bible. Thank you for correcting me. And I mean that. I really appreciate that. But what you have in the New King James Bible, you have, and she put a graph up here, and I like it. I think it's good. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to print this out. Lauren, I appreciate you sending this to me. And really all you have to do is all the places where the word hell is in the King James, look it up in the New King James Bible. In Genesis 37, 42, 44, 44, Genesis 50, they replace the word, let's see, no, let me hear it. Here we go, hell. Deuteronomy, let's see here. Okay, 2 Samuel 22:6. I got my bearings now on her thing here. In 2 Samuel 22:6, the word hell is in the King James. In the New King James, they wrote Sheol. Sheol. Okay? What is that? What is Sheol? I don't know. I don't know what that is. Okay? The NIV puts grave there. Why? Why? Why put it as the grave? Does that not feed right into the Jehovah's Witness doctrine? And I don't know why they haven't done this yet. Why don't the Jehovah's Witness, instead of trying to show everybody the masteries of the New World Translation, just take an NIV out with them and show them in the NIV, which is the Bible that most people probably are having used in their church, and show them from their own Bible, the NIV, that you don't really go to this burning place called hell. It's really just the grave. Let's look at another one. That was 2 Samuel 22:6. Job 11:8. King James says hell. New King James says Sheol. Okay. Let's see here. Is there anything in the New Testament? Okay, that's right. That's what I was thinking. Matthew 11:23 in the King James says hell. The New King James says Hades. Hades. What is that? What is Hades? And you know the definition of Hades is? It depends on what dictionary you look it up in. That's the definition.